Say, kids, what time is it?
Hey there, sports fans. It's Keith here from GeekTime TV, and I finally got around to watching the first episode of Book of Boba Fett. About a week behind. I think the second one's dropping today as I record this, but just wanted to put out some initial thoughts. I'm not going to review every single episode because I just don't care to. But I just wanted just my initial impressions, and by no means does this. Is it going to dictate how the series goes or anything? But I just have some things I want to just get out there because it was underwhelming, to say the least. So there might be some mild spoilers. I don't know what anyone would consider a spoiler here, but I just kind of want to point out a few things that jumped out at me. First off, I don't understand the premise of having Boba Fett, who was built up with limited screen time, of course, but built up as the most dangerous bounty hunter in the galaxy. And even beyond that, this had this shroud of mystery, this veil of mystery around him where no one really knew much about his background. We knew that he was ruthless. In Empire Strikes Back, when he's hired by Darth Vader to find the Millennium Falcon, he's ordered not to disintegrate anyone, which must be his go-to. You know, he's known for disintegrating people. So, in this show, they have him kind of, it looks like it's going to be set up to be the Godfather in space kind of thing. Like he wants to be this kingpin of crime on Tatooine. And to me, that just, it's lazy. It's low-hanging fruit. You have the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy, and think of the possibilities. And, Star Wars has a range of unlimited worlds we can visit and things we can see and do. And for whatever reason, be it Disney, be it George Lucas himself, we're constantly brought back to Tatooine. Tatooine is like the go-to. It's like the safety net. It's like we can't think of anything to do, so let's just go back to Tatooine and then start plugging in all the familiar sights and sounds that everyone loved from the original Star Wars, the first planet we ever visited. So it's just kind of weird. So, you get this whole thing where right off the bat, we get the member berries thing where it's like they had a checklist. It's like the producers are sitting there, Jon Favreau and Rob Rodriguez and Kathleen Kennedy, and they're all sitting there with their little clipboard, and they're saying, okay, Let's see. What can we give the fans in the first episode? Sarlacc pit? Check. Jawas come and take his armor? Check. Sand people come and kidnap him? Check. It's like we're hitting the member berries of Tatooine in order on this thing. Giant monster comes out of sand? Check. Like, it just seems so paint by numbers and so confined. It was really kind of, it was predictable. The one thing I did like, I know I'm coming off as some kind of hater banging on this thing, but I did like the fact that he's so like destroyed from being in the Sarlacc pit that he has to go in a Bacta tank to kind of rejuvenate himself. I think that kind of lends a little bit of mystery to it. But overall, I don't get why we have to stay on Tatooine. You have completely geographically landlocked this show now. A show about space and about the galaxies is landlocked on the sand planet again. And it looks like, they have this scene where these guys come in and they're like, oh, the mayor of Moss XYZ gives you a gift and pledges his allegiance. And I'm representing mayor from Moss ABC. And this is what we're going to have. He's going to be a mob boss for all these, the different Moss spaceports around Tatooine. And he's going to go get protection money from people and whatnot. Like, it just doesn't appeal to me. This is a bounty hunter. This is a guy who should be going out and getting in all kinds of trouble all over the galaxy, hunting down some of the most dangerous criminals in the galaxy. It would make it a lot more fun, make him more of an anti-hero. I just don't, and maybe it will, but it's not the way they're kicking it off. And here's another problem I have, where like the first thing he does, he goes to one of these spaceports, and he takes his damn helmet off, like right off the bat. It's it takes away the mystery. Nothing against Tamara Morrison, who, and I have a problem with him in the role, and I'll get to that in a second, but there's no mystery around this character anymore with his helmet off. I mean, he was in all of the movies for, 6.5 minutes maybe, tops, and I think that's what they said in the Under the Helmet documentary. And he became one of the most famous characters in the whole franchise because no one knew much about him, and that's the appeal. And they just don't seem to get it at Disney at all. And when they can completely have to what's the word, deconstruct these characters. I didn't need to see him take his damn helmet off. And that's the other problem I have with him, is that especially in these really poorly edited fight scenes, Tamara Morrison is 60 years old. And he's a little, we'll just say he's not in shape, okay? To not body shame anybody. But, like, these fight scenes could have been, why are they not using a body double in the armor? And again, because he's got his helmet off, it has to be him. We have to see him. And it's like, he's probably got in his contract that he needs a certain amount of screen time with his helmet off. But this doesn't work. This doesn't work. This fight scene was so poorly choreographed and so badly edited. There was a scene where he takes like a gaffy stick and he goes to, or whatever, that lightning gaffy stick, and he goes to hit the guy. And it was such a bad, it was like bad 70s TV action. It was really poorly done. I'm not sure that he was the right casting choice. And if you want to cast him, which makes sense because, with the retcon of the prequels that he became a clone of his father, Jango Fett, and it's got to be him, fine. But you've got to put somebody else in the outfit for scenes where he's got the helmet on. It just, here's an example. This is a shot of Jeremy Bulloch from Empire Strikes Back, and you can see how lean he was. I looked it up today. Jeremy Bulloch and Tamara Morrison are the same height. They're both 5'9". So what was interesting watching the first episode of Boba Fett is that Tamara Morrison looked short to me, and it's because he's stocky. You can see how lean Jeremy Bulloch was, which gave him kind of a sleek, a more of an aggressive kind of feel with the guy in the costume. And here's a shot of Tamara Morrison in the same outfit this is from The Mandalorian. And there he is. I mean, even Pedro Pascal's stunt double in the Mandalorian armor is lean, and it gives you a sleeker look and a sleeker feel. This looks like clumsy. This is Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett. And it just doesn't feel like Boba Fett. I watched the show and I said, this is not Boba Fett. In fact, the character that Pedro Pascal plays in Mandalorian is closer to Boba Fett to me than Boba Fett. It's a shame. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna review every episode. I might come on and review the whole season as a whole, maybe. And I hope it changes. But to me, it was very underwhelming, very paint by numbers, grabbing the low hanging fruit, a lot of fan service and poorly done fan service at that. It felt cheap and lean. I mean, there were like long scenes where there's 2 or 3 characters on screen, and it was just, plot holes all over. It's, not that I want to bang on plot holes. Star Wars traditionally throughout its history has had plot holes big enough to drive a semi-truck through, and it doesn't ruin the fun or the fantasy of it for me. But, they spend half the episode showing you that he has to go in the back to tank, and he's weakened, and he was, laying out in the desert from the Sarlacc experience. And then in another scene, he's killing a giant monster, but yet he can't handle like a child sand person. He's at one-on-one with. It was wildly inconsistent, very underwhelming, and I can see why Disney Plus is concerned about its ratings right now. So we'll see. I'll stick with it. I'll give it. I'll try to get through. If it doesn't get any better, I don't know if I can make it through the whole run, but I'll give it 3 or 4 episodes before I finally sign off on it. But curious to find out what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Please like, share, and please subscribe to the channel. It'll help us grow, and I'll be back with more stuff soon. And and Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2022. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below. Also, please subscribe to GeekTime TV. It really helps us grow the channel. And make sure you hit that bell icon in order to receive notifications every time we drop new content here. You can also check us out on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at geektimenet. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon.
Say, kids, what time is that?